Alright guys, Dr. Tiff here, Studio 2 Nutrition, Studio 2 Nashville. We are looking today at MyFitnessPal. This is the mobile app that we use for all of our S2 nutrition tracking. I'm sitting here on my homepage. I'm going to show us how to create a custom food in the database. So I'm going to just go into food from the top tab here, and it'll take me to today's journal. So let's just say I'm really wanting to have a glass of wine tonight. I want to make sure I'm accurately assessing those carbs in the wine. Most of the time the database is going to just enter the carbs from actual carbohydrate sugars, but here at S2 Nutrition we consider all calories and alcohol a carbohydrate. So we need to make sure we create a custom food that's accurately reflecting the carb impact. So if I go into My Foods, here again at the top, on the top tab, you can see the opportunity to create a food. Right? So here's some that I've already entered in my database if I just wanted to search through those. But today we're actually going to create a new food. So up here, top right of that screen, you'll see Create Food. Go ahead and click that. If it's a restaurant that you've kind of manually calculated, like Chipotle, you can build your own burrito and you want to go ahead and store it as one of your favorites, you could enter it that way, or you can just call it your custom food. So I'm just going to call this Tiff's Vino. I'm going to hit continue. Oftentimes it'll say, oh, we already think you have that in the database because somebody else may have entered a similar one, or I've entered a protein muffin and a green smoothie, so my name's popping up there. But if it's not a duplicate, you can just go ahead and click, no, this is not a duplicate. And then it'll take you to the screen where you can actually enter all the nutritional information. So for wine, you have a couple options. You could put a serving size as 4 ounces if that's typically what you pour, but because it's always a little bit different in my world, whether I'm out having a glass or at home, I'm just going to put the serving size as 1 ounce, and then I can put different numbers of ounces depending on where I am and how much they pour. So serving per container or per that serving size would be just 1 serving. And I'm going to go ahead and just put 25 calories. That is a pretty traditional amount for most wines. Now, if you're somebody that likes a really sweet wine, like a Riesling or another dessert wine, then you may want to do a little bit more than that, or look up the actual brand that you're having. And then, like I said, all of those calories we want to consider a carb. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put 6.25 carbs per 25 calories. Okay, so that's all we need to enter for alcohol. Now, of course, like I said, if you're entering a burrito bowl or something, you can go ahead and enter in the fats, the proteins, the carbs, as much information as you want to be stored. And then down here, you can decide, do you want to go ahead and add that? So I'm going to go say, oh yeah, let's go ahead and add that to my snack. But I'm not going to have 1 serving. I'm going to have probably 4, right? If I'm going to have a 4-ounce glass of wine. So I can make that adjustment there. And then, or if you just want to enter it and not add it at this time, you can make those choices there. So here I'm just going to click Save. And it's going to go ahead and pop that in here. So you can see if I have 100 calories of wine, that's going to be a 25 gram carb impact. Right? So that's how you create a custom food. At this point, that will live right here in My Foods. So next time you want to enter that in, you can go back and just find it. You don't have to create it again, and you can put as many foods in there as you want if you're a pretty routine person or have a lot of home recipes that you like to enter in. So, all right, guys, happy food creating. Get out there, make it happen. S2 Nutrition.